And are you seeing this has been working so exceptionally well if you're looking at the time? So people, even on 1:45 p.m. on Thursday, we did get an 80 points pullback around that level from that low, and it worked like well, लेकिन वो साइकिल का लो ब्रेक हो गया. इसका मतलब जो साइकिल बाय में था अभी वो सेल में है until Tuesday. So that's how you have to look at these kind of things, and you have to ensure that you are able to trade basis of the time cycle. So now let me now very quickly move back and share across my screen here. I'm sure each one of you are doing fantastic. So this is Friday at 4, and we want to ensure that you learn as you trade, and that's why I keep conducting this. So आज का focus क्या है हमारा? आज का focus दो चीजों पे है. We are going to look at neo wave, we are going to look at time cycle, and we are going to compare that and see what is going to happen with the markets, what is the wave count suggesting, and all of those things. So चलते हैं आगे. Let me now quickly share across my screen and देखते हैं what is happening with the markets as of now. So over here, it's live. It's on the private. It's not live. I'm not sure. It is definitely not live. It's under the private video. So don't you worry. You are live here. So we are not forecasting this live on YouTube. Live is only on Zoom right now. We might upload it on YouTube later. That's the point. Ayushi, did you get it? Okay. So let me now just very quickly share across the screen. This is Nifty for people who are looking for the formation of wave F has already started. My wave E looks like finally it is complete, and we are in wave F, which is going to continue for few days, looking at the overall structure and the close. So फिलहाल एक काम करते, सब कुछ हाइड करते, सिंपल कैंडलस्टिक को देखते, जूम इन करके यार लग क्या रहा है, what is the candlestick profile suggesting. So I'm going to zoom in here, and we are going to look at, so the daily trend has turned on the downside. That is one information. Let's look at the weekly chart. Weekly, we still have a higher high, higher low from where it started. Almost, I think 13 weeks हो चुका है दोस्तों, 13 हफ्ते हो चुके, लेकिन अभी भी निफ्टी ने प्रायर वीक लो के नीचे बंद नहीं दिया. सो फिलहाल वीकली इज स्टिल बुलिश एज ऑफ नाउ, और वीकली लो है, आज का लो 18647. सो निफ्टी का जो आज का लो है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड 18660 का लेवल मैंने सुबह दिया था. देखिए ना, पूरा दिन निफ्टी ने वही रेंज में गया, नीचे का लेवल ब्रेक किया और 18660 के आसपास आके बंद भी किया. सो इट इज वर्किंग वेरी वेल. अगर हम डेली चार्ट पे देखें निफ्टी को, so we can clearly see that Nifty is breaking the prior low which was formed here. If you look at an 1 hour candle now, if you're looking at the 1 hour chart, the overall pattern looks like closing down. So let me now pull across all the indicators that we are looking at, and let's go on the daily time frame first. Let's talk about time cycles, guys. And 55 days ka time cycle is working exceptionally well. And if you remember, even on the last week I said we are bullish, but we are not going to have the momentum, because the momentum indicator, which you can see down here, the KST, is still dragging on the downside. So the momentum is reduced in the market, that is for sure. And 55 days time cycle hota kya hai? So guys, we also have master of cycles tomorrow and day after. Do not forget, just to remind you people who have been a part of this journey. So हम बहुत डिटेल में इस टाइम साइकिल के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, but quickly the application of master of cycles, I am going to do it right now. So if you look at this specific cycle of Nifty, which is the center one, what is the blue line and the red line, वो कल परसों हम डिस्कस करेंगे बहुत डिटेल में. Currently what I am trying to tell you, the center line is the middle line is the 55-day cycle that you have to worry about. If you check, we formed a low around here, bounced back, we formed a low around here, bounced back, we formed a low around here, moved up. We are now into the zone of downtrend as per this 55-day cycle, and the cycle is right translated. Are there people from the mentorship batch? Yeah, there are people from mentorship batch. Can you tell me if the cycle is right translated, what does it mean? I want answers, guys, and I want the right answers. अगर साइकिल राइट ट्रांसलेटेड है, मतलब राइट ट्रांसलेशन का मतलब टॉप मिडल में नहीं बना, टॉप राइट हैंड साइड पे बना है of the cycle. What does it indicate? It indicates that the bigger cycle is on the upside. ठीक है, since the bigger cycle is on the upside, the smaller cycle get shifted on the right hand side. So that's the reason we are seeing this right translation happening. That's why I'm still bullish about the medium term outlook, but short term mein I think it's going to fall in the form of wave F. So my wave pattern and my overall time cycles are in synchronized fashion as of now. So दोनों सिंक में हैं अगर आप देखेंगे, and that's the beauty of time and wave theory. अगर निफ्टी आज का हाई निकाल देता है, then we might just delay that. So that's the point. Now, how do we derive the target? We will derive the target not on the basis of wave theory, not on the basis of only time. We can derive the target on the basis of even neo wave. टाइम के बेसिस पे अगर हमें टारगेट डिराइव करना है तो मैं एक एफएलडी अप्लाई कर रहा हूं. दिस इज फॉर पीपल अगेन हु अंडरस्टैंड टाइम साइकिल्स. आई एम अप्लाइंग एन एफएलडी. आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अ पैरामीटर ऑफ एफएलडी 29. दिस इज फॉर मेंटीज who are and the master of cycle participants. So the support of this FLD comes very strongly around 18,370. Are we going there? I'm not saying that right now. What I am saying is 18,370 का बहुत ही important support है. 18,370, 18,380 is a very important support that you will see on the market here. So what are we seeing right now? We are looking at we are looking on Nifty with neo wave application along with time cycles of 55 days. So as we have close below prior candle low, short term cycle has topped out. Until when? So it has topped out until we see a close above the today's candle high. Is it clear? So until we see that, we will be looking at this overall scenario, which means this fall might also be intense in the earlier part, then slow down क्योंकि इसे time pass करना होगा. Okay, because we want to buy that time. Bank Nifty का भी एक cycle है which is coming on 3rd of July. So 28 to 3rd of July, that's a Bank Nifty cycle, and it's very important. Nifty breaking the low of summer solstice, is that mean anything? Yes, it can be, right? I have not checked from that perspective, but it will mean something important. And यहां पर अभी मैं चलता हूं. Let me hide FLD. So what is an FLD? See दोस्तों, when you look at time cycle, जब आप time cycle देखते हैं, there are multiple aspects of time cycle. On the prices, there are multiple time cycles acting. We only looking at one of the cycle, which is 55 days. If you combine it with a bigger cycle, if you combine with 10, 20, 40, 80 weekly cycles, if you combine 7, 14, 28, 56 cycles, you will then, you don't really need any other technique. You can simply trade on the basis of cycle. It's because we are using only one cycle, we are combining it with other technique, which can be wave theory. So FLD is a concept of cycle theory, which helps us to understand if the overall, what is the overall support for the market, and if it is breached, what is the target for the market. This FLD is nothing but price itself. So बहुत detail में हम बात करेंगे weekend पे, tomorrow and day after in Master of Cycles. But for now, understand. So the support for the market for me as of now is around this area of 18,400, 18,380, which means उसको break करना मुश्किल है. और अगर वो level break हो गया तो बहुत बड़ा correction आ सकता है. So ultimate level for this correction is 18,350, 18,400. Basis of that information, now you can form an option strategy. This is purely on the basis of time. Now I'm going to go on a 1 hour time frame. I'm going to hide FLD. Did you understand how FLD helps us? Now I'm going to go on 1 hour time frame, and we'll be looking at this wave pattern that we are doing along with a little more in detail. So if you look at this entire structure, And if you're looking at this, the entire pattern on the upside is A, B, C, D. This looks like wave E. You know, the classic part about diametric pattern is it tends towards equality. So, filhal ke liye, and it is breaking down this channel, that is for sure. So right now I am bearish, but tomorrow, suppose for example, if Nifty moves back above this channel, then I might want to, you know, turn bullish again. This is on the daily time frame, so इसे visibility daily पे रखते हैं, hourly पे निकाल लेते हैं. Right now, if I measure the FIBO projections, guys, so अगर हम FIBO projections measure करें यहाँ पर कि निफ्टी कहाँ पर लग रहा है Fibonacci basis पे, I'm going to measure. So what is this pattern? I'll explain it to you in a very simple layman's language. If you're looking at this, the entire pattern is what? We have A, we have B, we have C. This is where we have D. And this is how wave E has been going on with a huge divergence that you see with the momentum indicator KST. A series of divergence. Are you able to see that? So it is a series of divergence. Are you able to see my screen properly? Hourly chart pe? Every one of you? Dikh raha hai properly? So, okay. Series of divergence, which is a very, very bearish sign. So remember, I turned super bullish at 17,060. This is where I am getting bearish. For the very first time in this entire 2 months of period, you are hearing me talking bearish around this area. And यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे, we are now completed A, B, this is C that we completed, this is D that we completed, and this is wave E where we are. So we are right now here. So we are here is what I'll mention as per the GPS. This helps us to understand where are we. Let me open up here. So यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे we are right now here, which is completing E. अगर मैं इसको FIBO से measure करूं, this is pure neo wave guys, not Elliott wave. FIBO से अगर मैं measure करूं trend based fib extension, I'm going to measure the C wave, and I'm going to see how much of this D wave has traveled. So D wave has just traveled, sorry, E wave has traveled around 76.4% of C, and looks like wave E is complete. F can break a DF trend line, BD trend line, of course. Diametric में BD trend line has no importance, so it can definitely break. और अगर हम internal of E की बात करें, तो this looks like A, B, C, D, E, F, and this was G, and E is over. So right now we are in the formation of F lag. So usually, if you go strictly by neo wave rules, F lag can be as much as the fall of B. It can be more also. It depends if the the intensity is more, then it can even travel much more. So equality अगर हम लेते हैं तो 18,545 का support आता है. So ठीक है ना, short term में 18,545 का support है, and then that's the equality target in terms of price. So we will yet to see if before the 55-day cycle we form an F, we in a rush complete a G, and we top out until 6th of July. That's one possibility. So one of the possibility is that we move down very quickly, we reverse back very quickly, we complete the G, and then we fall again in the 55-day cycle. But वो chance कम लग रहा है मुझे. Reason being, A has covered a lot of distance. For G to open up, there is a strong divergence that we are seeing, and G will not have the strength. G में ताकत ही नहीं है यार, momentum नहीं है. Still, any which ways, if we move back above 18,000, so ultimate level है 18,800 के ऊपर अगर हम आते, then तो we will move towards 19,100. If 18,800 के ऊपर आते, else we will continue to drag on the downside. So that's the view. So we are right now in the form of wave E, wave F. This is wave F of a bigger degree. समझ में आ रहा है ना आप लोगों को? This is A, B, C, D, E done, and we are in F of a bigger degree. So as per the GPS, we are right now here, and then we will see how far we can go. Does it make sense, guys? कि कहां पर है हम as per the GPS of the market, where are we right now, and how much can we move on the downside? So 18,545 पहला level आ गया, 18,400 ultimate level आ गया, and that's how it is looking like, because that's where the supports are. So we will be moving in a sharply down, and then we will pause suddenly, we will bounce back sharply, then we will form some kind of a triangle pattern. That's what I think F will form. That's the easiest way to do time pass in the market. So markets will form triangle. Now in options, what do you think you should be doing then? So the option strategies that you will see right now is going to be forming a if you wanted to buy puts, you should have done it today morning, or maybe by closing, and then for a day or two write that puts and then form a triangle. That's how you can then short triangle. Fantastic, Ayushi. So that's how it is going to be. It's very, very crucial. And then you club it with short-term cycles, like a 15-minute cycle जो हम करते हैं, देखते हैं. You can club it along with that, and that will also give you a fantastic overall perspective on what the markets looks like doing. Does it make sense, guys? Are you with me? So overall, time के कारण हमें पता चलता है यार market में करना क्या है. So if I am going to go back on the daily time frame, I'm going to clear off my screen again, and we are going to look at the daily time frame right now. So that's how I am looking at the daily time frame movement. That's how we are going to be moving on. That's the path ahead for Nifty, basis of time cycle. And it's phenomenal concept, because if you use time cycle, you at least know कि कहाँ से reversal होना possible है, क्या pattern बन सकता है. In fact, wave theory पे क्या pattern बन सकता है, वो चीजें भी आपको पता चल सकती है. So that's how we are looking at it. And there is a bigger cycle, which is an 85-week cycle, which I have already explained in the earlier webinars. So देखिए, time is a dynamic component. ठीक है, 85-week cycle की बात करते हैं. 24th of June के बारे में मैं इतने साल से बात कर रहा था कि यार मार्केट नया हाई नहीं बनाएगा 24th June 2023 के पहले, और इट वर्कड आउट फैंटास्टिक. सो अगर हम देखेंगे 24th of June पे, अभी फिलहाल हमें इधर यहां पर ऑलरेडी लो बन गया है साइकिल के पहले. Okay, so if you looking at this is a bigger count for people who wants to know what is the weekly count on Nifty. Are you able to see this? If you're looking at that overall movement of Nifty, we can, G may already be completed. Yes, Nilesh, fantastic observation. Nilesh कह रहे हैं सर हो सकता है G wave already complete हो गया. बिल्कुल सही है, बिल्कुल possible है कि जो हम dragging behavior देख रहे हैं, drifting behavior देख रहे हैं, वो पूरे ड्रिफ्टिंग बिहेवियर में जी ऑलरेडी हमारा कंप्लीट हो चुका है. दैट इज डेफिनेटली अ पॉसिबिलिटी. सो आई एम नॉट रूलिंग दैट आउट, एंड बट देखते हैं. इट्स टू सून टू जस्ट से दैट, बट नॉट रूल्ड आउट कंप्लीटली, क्योंकि टाइम साइकिल इज टॉपिंग आउट. यहां पर अगर हम इस साइकिल की बात करें, विच इज 24th of June is already here. Now this looks like this cycle, the low is already formed here. We might start drifting or move down again for a period of 2 to 3 months. We will move down again for a period of 2 to 3 months, and then we will again start catching on the upside. So if I am looking at this overall movement, let me just make it clear. If I am looking at the overall movement, that's how we can start behaving. So yahan se dekhte if we go towards 19,100 or not. But this cycle of 24th June is not an inversion as per what I see. This cycle of 24th June will only result into a short-term 3 months, 4 months, maybe 3 months kind of a correction, and then it will form a low at the average. So ye cycle ka average maintain ho gaya. Yahan pe low hai, yahan pe low hai, it's formed at the middle here, and then we start moving up again. That's how it should be. Wave 2 is not yet started. seems that this wave itself is going to extend further as of now, because we just completed the B wave. We are still in the C leg, maybe complete. We'll have a D, then we'll have E, F, and then we'll have a further move on the upside. So that's the projection that I am looking at it. But इसके बारे में बहुत डिटेल में हम डिस्कस करेंगे टाइम के साथ में कल और परसों दोस्तों. So अभी तो इतना ही था. Any questions, please? Is it interesting to look at the bigger count, to look at the smaller ones, and looking at the overall trend? Is it sensible to go aggressively shorts? It depends on your risk reward. What is your risk reward? What is your stop loss? What is your target? It depends on your lot of things. Which techniques are you using? What's your expectation? बहुत सारी चीजें. So it depends on that. Chinmay Singh, riding on a bike while watching the webinar, can't miss. Wow, don't do that. Please be safe. Then sorry, this webinar, I'll record and upload a portion of this webinar on YouTube. So don't you drive doing that. Okay, there is a question by Firdaus. Can you explain again the inversion and the averaging concept? Sure. Firdaus is a classic mentee, and he has so many questions. He always puts me on the spot, but I enjoy doing that. That shows how much he has learned, so that it makes me difficult to answer. Okay, just kidding. So the overall inversion happens when a bigger cycle has topped out. So when much bigger cycle has topped out, it puts pressure on the smaller cycle. And suppose, for example, this is a smaller cycle. Just for example, if the bigger cycle has topped out, this starts putting pressure. Because of this bigger cycle topping out, यहाँ पर we, instead of forming a low, we form a top. यहाँ नहीं हुआ है वो, but I'm just saying, giving you an example. So the bigger cycle has topped out, so we put a pressure, so the smaller cycle results into an inversion. So a smaller cycle, instead of moving up, we form a top and start moving down. That's an inversion. And the concept of averaging means that if we form a low before the cycle, much before the cycle, if we have formed a low, we move up and we again form a low, kind of a double bottom or around that average area. So if you look at this 55-day cycle, I'll just show you how this cycle average at times works. And this is a beautiful cycle. Look at the low formed here. Look at the low formed here. This is where the average is done. See this. So this is how I think 85-week will behave. We formed a low here. We formed a top. We formed a low. And on the average, that's the average. And that's how it behaved. Since we formed a low a little earlier, we will again form a low a little later. We form on the average, the cycle, the average is maintained, and then we bounce back. That's how the average gets maintained. And it works. This is an amazing cycle, I'm telling you. You see the movements here is simply super. So you need to ensure that you are applying this 55-day cycle, and you can do that. The lunar cycle के बारे में अभी नहीं, कल बात करेंगे. Sunny, we will discuss that in much detail in the Master of Cycles. So बहुत सारे cycles के concept है. I need to save my energy for that also, and then we will see that. So okay, you have registered. Your name is Vasudev. Well, I will ask my team to contact you. I'm not sure why you haven't received. So please call up Vasudev. Can you do that? And they will set you up for everything. So Vasudev, just contact on 99204 22202. Do not worry. I will personally check why you haven't received the access for the mentorship program. Don't worry on that. Weekly, with help of Ichimoku, A and B is forming extracting triangle. Possible? Absolutely possible. Nilesh, I am very much in sync with you. This is A, this is B, this is C right now. So, ho sakta hai extracting triangle ho. Right now, we are at the cusp of very important juncture of cycles, which is 85-week. Then we have a 55 days. I'm going to keep a very close watch on how this interaction of a bigger 85-week cycle with the smaller 55 days is going to work out from here. So do not worry at all. we will look at it, the possibilities of an extracting. I'm going to do that, and this is going to happen. Milan Gosran, I can't see your complete second name. You are a part of Master of Cycles course and you have some problem on the app for the bonus video. Sure, Milan, just contact on the number given. So don't worry, guys. We will set you up for all of those things. And just drop your number as well. So बैंक निफ्टी साइकिल के बारे में अभी नहीं बात कर रहे दोस्तों. So बहुत quickly, I am now going to talk about what for people who, there are many people who are here for Master of Cycles. I'm going to clearly set the tone what we are going to do tomorrow and day after. You need to ensure to go through the pre-session video which is given to you. If not yet received, contact the number, get the pre-session video. That's one. Second, once you have that video, just go through it. It's 1 hour video for you to understand cycle plot, kaise karte, some concepts about time and stuff like that. Once you have done that, post that, we will start tomorrow at 10 a.m. Be there on time. We will have a lunch break. I'm not going to keep you hungry during the day. We'll have a break in between. In case you are not able to connect, you can simply ensure to contact my team. And that will also be recorded. So don't worry at all. What are we going to do? We are going to look at stock specific time cycles. Not only Nifty, not only Bank Nifty. We will look at gold. We will look at currency. We'll look at stock specific time cycles. We'll prepare an Excel sheet together. कौन से time cycle पे कौन से stocks में invest करना है, trade करना है, कब करना है. All of those things we are going to do. So you need to ensure to be fresh. You need to ensure to sleep well tonight. You need to be ensure not to be too excited and awake entire night, because I want you to be fresh. साथ में we are also going to club these Hurst time cycle concepts. We are going to combine that with the concept of FLD. We are going to look at how to draw a trend line. Yes, the concept of time will also tell you कि यार trend line कैसे बनानी चाहिए. That is also going to be, we are going to do that. Plus, we are going to also look at, along with that, we are then going to combine it with Gann square of 9. कि कौन से key levels है. Look at 18,838 as such an important key level that we have studied, right? And as per Gann, वो कैसे आया, क्यों आया, कैसे उसे trade करना है. We are going to do that. Then we are going to post that. We are going to be also looking at, after doing that, we are going to be looking at the concepts of Ichimoku cloud. Ki Ichimoku cloud is again a time indicator, as I keep saying, plus combine that with KST indicator, जो यहाँ पे plot है. KST is a superb indicator for us to also identify time cycle. It's known as no sure thing. It's a summation of an ROC, and there is a way to apply it correctly, because people turn bearish just because there is a cross of a signal line. So no, you need to understand it's a momentum indicator, not a signal. How to combine that with time cycle and form a complete trade setup. Looking at that, we are going to look at those also. So बहुत detail में, so day 2 पे we will be looking at these indicators, and then we'll be having a list of stocks where we'll apply these concepts. We'll see how to trade on 15 minutes time frame and how to go about it. So we will do that. And साथ ही में अगर कोई भी query question, so we, as I said, we take only a limited batch of people. So if you have any queries, doubts, do not worry about it. We are going to be addressing each one of your questions. So just don't worry about it. And we have already formed a private Telegram group for mentorship. We will be starting to add them because I was waiting for MOC. So whoever is a part of the mentorship batch, they will be added in the private Telegram group, and we will be looking at that in much detail. So just in case you have not been added, do not worry. During the process of 2 days, we are going to also add you up. And so the mentorship is actually starting in July, but we say it's in June. The reason being, tomorrow's session is also for the mentees. Every single one of you who are mentees are a part of tomorrow and day after tomorrow session. I'm going to give you a setup which you can apply from Monday onwards, which is going to be a very clear trade setup. कि भाई step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 ऐसा होगा तो ये trade करना, options में कैसे करना. So we are going to look at all of those things in a very step-by-step process. When will be the next MOC happen? Next MOC, I have no clue. We might do it after 5-6 months, maybe. I don't know. So this concept of time is simply amazing way of looking at things. So, it's important that you look at those concepts. And it's crucial that you apply that correctly. So we are going to do these things in a very step-by-step fashion. And we are also going to ensure each one of you that we are going to have a follow-up session also after those 2 days. And I'm also going to be, Rishikesh is a part of the June batch and he's going to miss tomorrow's session. So don't worry about it. You will get a recording, June mentorship batch. So you will get a recording. You just have to ensure you go through the videos without fail and you post your queries and doubts. So we will create an entire ecosystem for people to learn these concepts of time. And time cycle is not only used for buying opportunity, it's also used for selling. So if the law of the cycle is broken, I know it's a seller's market. So we are going to do that. And we are going to look at it. When the next MOC, I have already answered that. Next MOC, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months later. So that's how it's going to be happening. So you can be a part of this. And even if you miss out, do not worry. We will be giving you the recordings and we will have that entire system. So any questions, guys, are you ready? All excited to become the time trader for and be a part of this wonderful Master of Cycles program? I'm asking you all if you all are excited to be a part of this wonderful journey. I'm simply going to be loving talking to you all. Anurag is saying, hell yes. Vasudev, Anurag, Sharon, fantastic. It's simply amazing. So target for Nifty फिलहाल तो 18,545 है. उसके नीचे 18,400 is the ultimate target. अगर 18,800 cross हो गया, bearish view negate हो जाएगा. Just to summarize. Kumar, I'll check your questions just a second. There are many questions which are posted, so I'm just trying to figure out. I think I'm sure. Kumar, let me see what is possible to be done. Do not worry about it. Nitesh has not received the pre-session video. Don't worry, Nitesh. I'll check and you will get it. Just drop your number right now. Similar view on Bank Nifty कल करेंगे. What is the GPS suggesting? GPS मैंने just plot किया, Sharon. I'm not sure if you are little late. We just plotted about the GPS, which is the Elliott wave, and time. Awesome, guys. Really love talking to you all. Be a part of this wonderful journey on Master of Cycles program. It's going to be fantastic. You are going to be amazed. You are going to be thrilled. And it's going to be lovely. So be there on time. It's 2 days, 10 to 4 p.m., which is 25th June, which is tomorrow and day after, just in case. Don't be sleeping on the Saturday, Sundays. Sleep early today. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Next week, I am not bullish so much as long as 18,800 is intact. I think we are right now in sell on rise market. Wedge pattern hai, breakdown agar ho raha hai, so it can be sharp for first 2 days or something, but then it might slow down. So that's how we are going to do it. Thank you. Have a wonderful time. Ashish Kyal signing off.